ass equals podcast. Serious bullshit podcast.
Later, articulators do behavior. Talk about the shit, then research later.
Post grad plus dumb ass equals podcast. Serious bullshit podcast.
Later, articulators do behavior. Talk about the shit, then research later.
Post grad plus dumb ass equals podcast.
It's the new dub cars in the future. Jetsons cars, they got dub cars too, and you can get like customized shit where your car makes dope beats when you drive instead of going. It goes. It actually they get them all pre-recorded by Reggie Watts. It's pretty tight.
And it's custom.
It's custom Reggie Watts car muffler sounds in the future. What are you coming in on, dude? You teleporting in again, or what the fuck, man? You had two super gay ways. You rode it on Clydesdale, I think, one time, and then I think you ice skated or tap danced in, something like that. And then you teleported, which was a good change. And then now, what's your story today? Because I didn't hear no sounds, so explain it.
It's because I was just already here.
Oh, you should have said you rode in on a sea slug. You should have said you rode in on a sea slug.
Sea slug.
Yeah, nobody would have heard that.
You didn't hear it?
Nobody would have heard that. It might have taken a while, too.
I'm still on my sea slug.
Yeah, he texted me a while ago before we even thought about starting the podcast because I had to make sure that he could start the slug and get it going so he'd get here on time, make sure we synced it up proper. Because believe it or not, riding a slug around is a sea slug, especially because it's not meant to be on land, pretty slow.
It's also not street legal, so you got to find the bike trails.
Yeah, well, you can get lights on them, but it costs a lot of money, and they don't last too long either way. Unless you water them properly. You got to water it like gas. Fill it up.
It's got to be salt water, and that's hard to find sometimes.
It is, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Serious Bullshit Podcast. We're in the house. It's me and Stirs. Stirs is looking comfortable today. He's not in the dark. He's not looking creepy. He's not
Actually,
looking like he's on
the dark.
He's not looking like he's on chat roulette right now. He's going to slowly turn into chat roulette then? Is that what you're saying to me?
Oh, there we go. I have a light today.
Whoa, wow. It's presenting an interesting vibe there. It's like you got the sun on one side. It's like day and night on either side of you. It's pretty interesting. Day, man.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I'll get that far.
I'm not ballsy enough to try to hit it right now. So, dude, all right. I just wanted to talk. I have to get this off my chest because it just fucking happened to me a second ago, and I've been waiting to tell you about it. I was just walking out fucking side, dude. I'm going to let the cat out, and I swing the door open, and I'm about to walk out there with him, dude, and fucking literally, bro, I just see coming from the right, because, there's woods right on outside my back door there, in between the back door and the apartments, and, dude, fucking coming, swooping in, dude, big as fuck. I don't know if it was an owl or a hawk. Gigantic fucking bird, right? And then I'm like, holy shit, and I'm like looking over, dude, like, I just kind of reacted to it, like, whoa, fuck. And then fucking literally, he had a squirrel in his talons, man, and he was maybe 6-7 feet directly in front of me out of my back door. Drops the motherfucker right there. Squirrel just plops on the ground. Squirrel literally, dude, turns, looks at me, and just beelines it for me, dude. I was like, oh, shit, because Frodo's standing right behind me. I was like, oh, fuck, close the door really quick so he doesn't get into the house. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, man. I went and put Frodo in the bedroom, and I went to go outside, and he was just gone, bro.
The squirrel?
Yeah, squirrel was just gone, dude. Dude, the way he plopped, it was like he just plopped on the ground like, oh shit, dude. He looked so scared, dude. I don't know, like, it was one of these moments where you're like, I don't know if he knew or not that I saved his ass. Like not unintentionally saved his ass because I spooked the fucking hawk while he was flying. He happened to be flying past at the direct time that I swung the door open and walked out. You know what I mean? So just that, He wasn't expecting that to happen while he was fucking right there, dude. And just he panicked and dropped him, man. And that squirrel fucking like, dude, he was trying to come in my house. Like, there's no question about it. Like, he looked at me, bro, and just, like, he didn't run, like, a little bit towards me. Dude, he was running directly. I had to, like, literally be like, oh, no, bro, you can't come in the house. You cannot go in the house. That's going to be even worse. I don't know which is worse, getting eaten by a cat or a hawk. But yeah, man, he, like, ran under the fucking, like, little planter things here, and then, yeah, by the time I got back out here, he had fucking dipped off, I guess, dude. But he looked like he was in good shape. He didn't look like he was all jacked or anything from like the couple seconds that I saw him. But yeah, man, totally saved some squirrel's ass. And I don't know if he was like trying to move in after that. He was like, oh, I fucking owe you my life. Like, I didn't know if he was coming to like return. I was like, what is going on, dude? Was he mad at me or did he like know that I saved his ass, dude? What do you think?
Well, I think that it sounds like you're team squirrel and I'm actually team hawk. So I'm actually kind of mad at this whole situation.
Well, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, man, how often does that ever happen, dude? How often does after you get scooped by the hawk, dude? That's a wrap, right? For squirrel in
That's a
squirrel
wrap.
world. So in his mind, in Squirrel's mind, he was dead already. And then he hit
Yep.
that ground, dude. He hit that ground like a dead squirrel. And when he hit the ground, he like realized, like, oh my god, I'm alive right now. Like he literally was like, oh god, I'm alive. This is the amazing. He was like, holy shit, what do I do? And then just looked at me. I swear, dude, I'm telling you. He was like, help me. Like, he was like, dude, what the fuck? Not help me, but he was just like, this is safety. Like, I'm running into this guy. He just came out and got me out of that situation, so I'm going to this guy to make sure this hawk doesn't get me. But I was like, yeah, dude, you don't come here, bro. This is not, like I said, cat in here that'd be more than happy to fuck with a wounded squirrel.
To
It'd be
also
great.
eat you.
Yeah, dude, you just went, like, what is it, out of the fire into the frying pan, homie. But yeah, the odds of that guy getting saved like that are pretty slim. So yeah, on this one instance, man, I'm on Team Squirrel, dude. Squirrel, for some reason, man, the gods like he must have a destiny. That guy, dude, he's got some shit
That's
to do in the squirrel world, dude. He's
Yeah.
got a nut to crack that just the guy's not ready to let. You have more to go, my son. And it's just like, what the fuck, man? It's like a movie escape of a death in the squirrel world. That's like literally like some Liam Neeson type shit. So, but it only happened in a movie, like. Never happens in real life, dude. You just get jacked every time. But yeah,
Dude,
pretty fucking
that
crazy.
squirrel destiny was actually to run over into the street next week, so
Yeah,
he's got a
well,
whole another week.
I'm looking to make him my squire if he comes back through because he owes me his life. So we'll see what happens with that. But a little
He
squirrel
was
squire.
your squire. What
Squirrel
would you
ire.
teach him?
At first I'd teach him how to like just sit on my shoulder and like throw like if he's eating nuts, right? He's just like throwing them at people. But they're like, what the fuck? But then like he doesn't say anything. He just keeps eating nuts. And I'm just like, oh, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. But he's like just secretly throwing nuts at people all the time and shit and just fucking with people. I would just teach him to fuck with people like in public.
Well, you gotta direct it, right? It can't be to all people that you're around. It's gotta be specific.
Yeah.
You gotta give him the look. You gotta give him the look,
something like
and then he
yeah.
knows. Yeah, then he knows.
Well, I want it to be so much that it's just like he just picks up on my vibes, and when I'm like, oh, this person here, fuck this guy, and he's like, yeah, fuck this guy, and like throws some shit at him, or, like goes and fucks him, and pulls on his ear and runs back away or something like that. And you're like, oh shit, sorry man, he gets a little crazy sometimes. It's just your pet
And you
squirrel.
got-
Kind of, he's a
You got
total
a little
asshole.
tray of pistachios, and that's what he's like. He's like in between your
Yeah,
neck,
he's
and then
eating
on your
pistachios.
shoulder, like where a dictator would have, like you know, whatever those things are in curtains. You'd have a pistachio tray.
Just have a little something like that, dude. A monkey might be better though for just fucking with people. I would think monkey would be ideal, right? Small
Maybe.
little
You
monkey
know-
guy. Fucking
You know
with
that
people.
rapper Sway Lee, part of
No.
Ray Scrimmerd? Ray Scrimmerd?
I have no idea. I don't even know what words you just said. That sounded like you just made up a bunch of words there. You seen Ryan
You know-
Squing on May Scrummer? Like what? What?
You know, eardrummers?
Ear drummer? No. Ray
Ear
Squinch
drummers.
from Ear Drummers? What's his name?
You,
Ray
you
Squinch?
definitely know eardrummers.
I do
if
not
you-
know ear drummers. I might
Well,
have
if you
heard it before, but I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Never
you've
heard
heard
the
it, but
name.
you don't know you've heard it.
Yeah,
it's
I
one of
never heard
those.
the name.
You know when the DJs put their names at the front? Eardrummers is a pretty like a low key one. Eardrummers is just like it's real quick.
Okay.
Anyways,
What's his name? Tommy Squinch? What'd you say?
his name is Sway Lee.
Sway Lee. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. Tommy Squinch. I could have sworn you said Tommy Squinch back there. My bad, dude. I'm listening. Sway Lee. Sway
Yeah,
Lee.
he's actually white too. His name is Tommy Squinch.
Tommy Squinch. He's white. I mean, it's great. You know. What a
No,
great
he's a
rap
monkey
name.
though. He got a
He's
monkey.
a monkey.
No, he got a monkey.
How dare you, Sterling? How dare you, dude? Really, this early into our
Making up shit.
podcast, guys, it's not normally racist, okay? We don't normally say stuff like that, and I just can't believe. You mentioned it being white, you went right to monkey then, and you were literally like, no, he's white, get it? And then you're like, no, he's a monkey. It's if you play it back,
That's
though,
what I
dude, I know it's not, but if you play it back within the context of having just talked about him being white and then saying that, and it kind of sounded like you said that, I could totally manipulate the audio to make you sound like a complete asshole.
Good.
Do a little word swap in there. Don't worry, I'll make a beat out of it where you're saying that.
But this channel already got kicked off Twitch, but YouTube's
Yeah.
cool with racism. YouTube's cool with it.
YouTube does not care what they really don't. They're like, as long as you're not beheading someone or banging, we really don't care what's happening. No beheadings, no bangings, no bees.
Not hot dog.
Not hot dog?
Yeah.
No,
It's
you can
a
do whatever
joke
you
from-
want with a hot dog.
No, there's a
As long as you use a
there's
curtain.
this there's a Silicon Valley plotline where there's this mediocre app developer who was supposed to develop a food identifying app, and he did it. He only did it for a hot dog, and then he had to go present it to the VCs to get funded more. And then it turned out to be super useful because then they wanted to use it actually on chat roulette to identify hot dog or not hot dog.
Oh, wow. Is it that hard? Do dicks look that much like a hot dog, dude? Because I think you would just be like, yeah, that's a really awkwardly straight dick with no head on it. That's an interesting. You're jerking off a hot dog. There's just guys jerking off hot dogs on chat roulette. It's like, why even bother?
That's not what I meant, but that's funny that you think that.
What would be the point of that? It's like, oh, they think it's my dick, but it's not, so it's cool. It's like, but you're still doing that. Why are you doing that?
The hot dog was the dick, so they ended up funding it, and they retrained the AI base on penises. It was close.
Oh, so they had like okay, I got you.
They pivoted. Yeah, they pivoted the business.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good pivot. I mean, that makes sense. But why were they identifying hot dogs again? It was just identifying penises the whole time is what you're saying, and they just said that they were identifying hot dogs in the beginning. But really, the whole plan all along was identifying penises, and everybody knew that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It just wasn't a vision statement?
It was supposed to be a whole food app where you could identify any food from an image, like a picture that you take. So.
But they only ended up getting hot dog, eggplant,
no hot dog,
fucking cucumber, corn cob. They only got yam. They only got stuff that was phallic, right? They got zucchinis.
Just hot dog.
They got a carrot, a big old carrot in there.
You're making it too. It can tell you that that's not a hot dog.
No, just get all confused. It's like, I mean, they all look like cocks now. I can't tell if you threw an eggplant and a hot dog in there. I'm saying the only thing I can identify is shit that looks like a dick. So, in the end, it was all to make dicks. I'm just making a hypothetical. I wasn't being serious. Sorry. I was just joking around. I'm looking at your face right now, and you were like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. So that's pretty interesting, though. That a thing can identify dicks, and the guy kind of like, I don't know, that they made a business around that. So like it's like if you whip your dick out, it's gonna like flag you, right? That's the point of it.
Exactly. Because it knows it's not a hot dog.
It knows it's not a hot dog, but if it is a hot dog, it's cool. Wait, no, you can't throw me back in like that, dude. So if I go jerk off with a hot dog, is it cool or not? I need to know before we get off.
Probably not.
Before we sign off, actually, I need to know.
It actually, from my
look, we got a lot of listeners. Okay, I don't know what they're like. I don't know what they're into, man.
For all of our listeners. For all of our listeners, I got a product to sell today. If you guys listen to Bass Grifters podcast, which I don't know why you would listen to this channel and not Bass Grifters. My girlfriend has
garlic,
made.
Everybody.
This is not garlic. This is a.
This is QVC. We need a QVC.
It's a hat sack. So what you see here is just look at it. Hey, just look at it.
Don't show the backside because the backside really makes it look like a syphilitic nutsack.
Just look at it. Just look at it. It's all backlit.
Yeah, it looks like it's very realistic. We got veins included. One of the balls for realism is a little bit big. All right, you're a little close there, bud. Jesus Christ. One of the balls that's a little too close for comfort for me there, Stirs. Take it easy with those things. Make sure you don't handle them too crazy. But yeah, for realism, one of the balls is slightly larger than the other, which is sticks true to the truck nut tradition. Always with truck nuts, you'll notice that one ball is larger than the other for some reason. They chose asymmetrical nuts, so we've taken the asymmetrical route with our smaller version of the nuts as well. And it looks like those can also be clipped onto the back of pants for ladies that have tramp stamps that want to have butterfly nuts, right?
Yeah, it can be. That's right, Christian. And if you really wanted to, it can come with an attachable hat clip. It'll clip to the front of your hat so it can dangle in front of.
Now, actually, I want to go ahead and just point out though, we do have to say we do not recommend clipping it in the front of your hat because you should never drive with nuts in your face. But if you did, it does work. Just saying, it can clip on both sides. Now, it's cool to do around the house. You know, you might bang your knee off of something, and we are not liable for any injuries that are worn while truck nuts are worn on the front because, as we said earlier, you shouldn't do anything with nuts in your face. So.
And now it's got a great hole for all your custom roping needs. Maybe you want to put a small, tiny chain through it. Maybe you're not happy with, maybe you feel like shoelaces. You can
Maybe you want to take a
customize.
toothpick and stick that in there, and then take your 2 fingers on either side of the toothpick and spin the nuts around really fast in circles, right?
Maybe you need to do that.
Yeah, you can see centrifugal. You can see what happens with that. If you do it for long enough, perhaps the clay will stretch itself out.
And
Now,
what-
are these?
yeah,
Now, what do
just
they
look
feel
at
like?
it.
Can you give us a texture? Can you give us like a description of how they feel, Sterling? Because we're looking at them here. They look great, but I'm wondering, how do they feel? Are they rough? Are they sandpapery? Are these balls
I'm
soft? Are they
rubbing it.
smooth? Are they sticky? Give me a little something further.
It
here.
is very smooth.
Mm.
You could say smooth as a baby's balls.
Now that is not something I would reference. Please disregard that last one there. It's smooth as a baby's butt, I think is what he meant to say, not balls.
Just as pervy. So.
Not just as pervy. Also, just want to mention, not just as pervy.
Just as pervy.
I really can't think of one reason why you should be touching a baby's nuts. I can think of a lot of reasons why you might have to touch his dick or something every now and then, maybe. But if you're touching his nuts, I just want. I don't mean to break character here, but I just don't know if I can condone touching baby nuts under any circumstances. Please don't do that. Anyways, continue, Sterling. Describe the nuts for us here. We really want to know.
Very smooth. This is made out of handcrafted polymer clay. This is an artisanal.
Now, explain polymer
Handcrafted.
clay to the layman here. Now, what does that mean? Now, tell him how strong polymer clay is as compared to regular traditional clay that you might use at home
Now
or in a
listen
classroom setting.
How
Wow.
solid is that?
Wow,
You hear
that's
how
a solid
that is?
watch. It's actually a pretty solid watch. There is what I'm looking at. You actually might have made it better.
I'm not selling the watch.
You might have made a better sale for the watch there than you did the nuts, buddy. But
No,
yeah,
this
those
is
nuts
the
are looking
nuts.
great.
And these nuts, look, do you see any chips? There's no chips. These are durable nuts. They're going to last a lifetime, which
Now,
is what
say-
you want when you're purchasing nuts.
Now, could you say throw these nuts at the wall and they would be fine?
You
Not
know,
saying to do that right now.
I would maybe do that, except I would worry about the connection. So if you didn't need it to connect to your hat anymore, if you were done with your hat sack for hat purposes, you probably could.
Now, what if you wanted to make a tiny lasso and swing it around your head and it flew off? Now, that's a pretty good chance you can maybe break your nuts there, so you might want to be careful doing that, is what you're saying?
Perhaps, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, if you're off-roading or anything like that with the truck nuts hanging off the back of your hat, if you're on a four-wheeler, ATV, dirt bike, something like that, and you're wearing your truck nuts and they're bouncing around and they fly off, there is a chance that, maybe not on the wood, it might be better off, but if you, cracked it against something a little bit harder, there's a chance you could lose your nuts. So we don't want that to happen. We don't want anybody to break their balls.
Make sure they're secured before any... Yep.
For any intense physical activity. Sorry. He blanked out there. He was just mesmerized by the back of the balls, which don't really look at. Anyway, we're going to cover the back of the nuts with a little something. They got a little dookie in the back. It's almost kind of like somebody pooped and it dripped down the back of the balls, like the poop streaked down the back of the nuts. You know what I'm talking about? Where you were like
That's
leaning
always-
forward too much with the poo and then it streaked down the back of your ball sack.
That's what
That's
it's like.
kinda, yeah. So now, are there any in the future maybe having bouncy balls?
A bouncy version is not within our technology wheelhouse right now. So these are
But-
baked for.
But
these
if
are
these
actually,
sell hot, we're gonna bring bouncy balls in just a couple weeks. If we sell 25 pairs of truck nuts by the end of this podcast, okay, truck nuts for hats, that is. If we sell 25 sets of
hat
truck nuts for
sacks.
hats, we're gonna bring you guys bouncy nuts. We're gonna bring you guys bouncy ball sack nuts, truck nuts for hats, and you guys are gonna love them. Okay, we're gonna have nuts that you can use like a yo-yo and use on a string and bounce them right off the ground and bring them back. We're gonna have yo-yo. We're gonna have
dicks for
nuts.
hats.
I said yo-yos. We were gonna have dicks for hats. I don't know about that. Okay, we only have dicks for shoes. That go in the back of your shoes. But we only do that for Prostate Awareness Month. So we're not doing that yet right now. Please don't bring those up until that kind of thing comes around. We don't want to bring up those promotions and get people all excited about something that might not be here yet. You know what I'm saying, Sterling?
Well, I think that the Unicorn Awareness Month is coming up, and a phallic unicorn on your hat is the perfect way to celebrate.
Yeah. We also have unicorns with dicks for horns for sale. Pretty self-explanatory. It's just also made from the same polymer clay. Unicorns with dicks on their heads. Just gonna give Erica a bunch of weird shit to make. It's gonna have products that are really hard. It's just like sticking a fucking tiny dick on a unicorn head.
Well, we gotta. But we need your help. We need your help
We
to
need
sell
your help.
these and to make Erica make weird things.
Yeah. Now every set of these nuts that we sell under the back of your head are going to give 35% to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Now, if you want to make a difference in this world, you can make it just by buying a pair of truck nuts for your hat. Okay, you already want the nuts. You already want to get out of your truck, and then think about it, okay? You're riding, you're in your big truck, you got the nuts off the back, okay? You're establishing dominance everywhere you go. You're in the drive-thru, people know. You're at the gas station, people know. Okay, you go to the car wash, people know, right?
You start
right,
doubling
Sterling?
up.
Yeah,
You start doubling up.
Well, no, even better is that when you get out of that truck, though, and say you park your truck at Waffle House, everybody knows the deal. Then you get out of that truck, somebody might be mistaken. You might be in there at the table, and they might not know which person in there that truck belongs to. So one way to ensure that you're going to get the respect you need and establish the dominance in any environment that you want to be in is to have them truck nuts right in the back of your hat there that says, hey, these truck nuts, it's just a little version of them nuts right over there, brother, okay? Now, if you see these nuts right here, now you look at them nuts over there, now you tell me you're going to mess with 6 nuts right now? All right, that's what I thought. That's
And those
three
nuts
pairs
are a
of
small
balls.
version of the house nuts.
Yeah, those nuts right there ain't nothing compared to these nuts. You feel me? My house nuts, God forbid, my house nuts, I got to ring like a gong, okay? They hang above my well where the bucket used to be. I keep my house nuts.
Dude, you're doubled up. Your audio is doubled up.
Oh, sorry. Nothing happened for the podcast, but we're cool now. Like, that didn't affect the audio overall. Just sorry that happened to you for a second.
Just me.
Yeah. I don't know how that happened, though. Maybe.
Yeah, and anyone who orders within the next hour will get a special edition truck nuts that says, "Don't tread on these."
Now, is that engraved, or how are we going to do that? And are we going to we can actually engrave the name on the back, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we can engrave it on the back with your initials, but you have to call now.
You have to call now. A lot of people, you know what, get these as a gift for your kids, okay? Your kid's getting older. He's just getting ready to drive. Go ahead and give him the truck nuts first, before you give him the keys to that car. See if he can handle them nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Is your kid getting bullied at school?
There's one way you can. Not one. I would never. If I seen truck nuts on the back of somebody's hat, I would never approach them for combat, okay? And so I'm almost positive that if your child is getting bullied or any type of situation in school like that, you can go ahead and give them a pair of truck nuts, have them wear them around, and they will avert most physical altercation or situations like that would even come about in the first place can just be completely avoided.
That's true.
It's right, and I mean, yeah, man. It's just I think we pretty much sold these damn things as best as we can, man. These nuts are
Well,
here.
they're flying off the shelves now, so now anyone who's still listening should order quick.
Now we got calls coming in here. Now hang on. Let me see the. We gotta get these. We gotta get these.
These orders.
We got orders flying in right now. I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, hang on. There it goes. We got calls coming in. We got calls over here. Oh goodness. All right. Well, we got another one here. That's one right there. That's one set of truck nuts getting sold. Okay, we got a third set. We got another set of truck nuts calling in right here. Now, Sturge, you grab that call. Okay, go ahead and answer that one, Sterling.
Okay, I got it.
All right, go ahead.
Truck Nuts Hotline?
All right, hey, Truck Nuts
Yeah.
Hotline. How's it going? Oh, we got 2 pairs of truck nuts for you right here. They're flying off the shelves. All right, hang on now, because this is going to get crazy. We got another. There could be. Oh shit, we got another one ringing over here. There's another backup phone now. I didn't even see that one. Could somebody go grab that one over there? Because I don't even know.
I got this
Hang
one.
on, sir.
Hello?
Sir, give me
Hats
1
for
minute.
hats.
Sir,
Yep.
give me 1 minute.
Yep,
I'm just trying to get
this is
this
the
other
world-famous
gentleman
hat
settled out
stand.
here. Okay, so you wanted
Yep.
3 sets of nuts. Now, what colors
Yep.
would you like? Okay. You wanted tan nuts
Oh.
only? Now, we don't have anything in between. You can either get white, black, or tan right now. That's all we have. We have a very Neapolitan selection. I'm sorry for that, but in the future, we were going to have all kinds of ball selections. All right. Oh, no, there goes another phone. Now, that's a weird one. That sounds like an old one. That's a really old, weird phone that we have here. All right. That was it.
Well, they're all sold now.
They're all sold. Yep. And but yeah, if you want to get your own custom truck nut for hat, you can go ahead and donate or donate fucking $15 on the website. Truck nuts coming your way, and then we're sending $10 to Erica. We're sending $15. Just give her the whole thing. I know she made them.
Well, we gotta ship it, so
yeah, let's just give her. They gotta pay for shipping too. You gotta pay for truck nut shipping. It's they come in a
hat
custom.
set. They're hat
They
sets,
come in,
though. I think
they
truck
come in a-
nuts are copyrighted.
They come in a custom sheer metal case with velvet inlining. Very high quality, very high quality. You can actually run over them with a car. It's a pretty nice set. So, yeah. Deals hot while it lasts, and when they run out, guys. So, if you want to get those bouncy balls on the works here, let's get those calls, keep them rolling in later on. Phone lines are down for now, though, so no more calls. All right, bud. So let's continue on with our actual podcast here. That was more fun than I thought it was going to be. We should do more telethons, dude. We should do more product telethons, man.
Well, if these fly off the shelves as quick as I think they're going to, we're gonna have tons of products.
Yeah, and I mean, if somebody gets the "Don't Tread on These Nuts" engraving, I mean, that's worth $15 on its own just to get that personal engraving, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, yeah, you got to get it while it's hot. Don't tread on these nuts. I don't know if anybody can carve a snake, but
It'll be baked in there. Erica could carve a snake-like thing in there.
Carve a little snake in there, dude. Don't tread
Yeah,
on these
all in the
nuts.
back.
Yeah, if I get one email about a pair of truck nuts for hats, it's gonna crack me up pretty goddamn much, dude. I don't know. I'm gonna be laughing my ass off. I'll definitely.
Oh shit, dude. Hey,
they
my
will get
batteries
me.
I gotta get I'll be right back.
Run, dude. Run. He just almost fell out of his fucking couch. That was hilarious. Oh, so what's going on, everybody? A little interlude here while Stirs is gone. Just talk a little bit of shit. Comedy stuff still going strong here. Getting my 20 minutes right. About to start sending out videos and stuff to places. Try and get on some shows. Hopefully in the next year here, I'll be traveling around the southeast area and coming to a town near you, telling jokes to people. Is he back or was he not back? That was weird. Sunday night, I'll be in Asheville, North Carolina, with Justin Hartman, who's the headliner, and I will be featured at Fairview Tavern. So if y'all are around town, y'all check it out. I got some new materials. Asheville show this Sunday. Guy I don't even really know hit me up and said he liked how I was coming along and fucking asked me to come feature for him, dude. He was very honored. Shouts out to Justin Hartman for throwing me a bone. Like literally for nothing, man. He just fucking helped me out. It was very cool of him. So that'll be neat. Got some new shit I'm working on, dude. I changed up. Remember that 1,000 Ways to Power Fuck thing I had going on? Changed up the end of it, dude. And so it goes into the self-sucking stuff. But then I turned it into I gave some meaning to a self-sucking joke, and I was just like, yeah, it's like that's how much of animals men are. It's no wonder there's a hashtag #MeToo movement because we're willing to sexually assault ourselves just to just to get a blowjob. Like, can you imagine the amount of trauma that goes into sucking your own dick, dude? Like, once you make that connection, once you see your taint from that perspective, you can never go back, dude. Like, that's it. You cross the threshold that you got to remember that for the rest of your life, man. Like, that's trauma, dude. Can you? So yeah, it's no wonder men are fucking such animals in every other respect, dude. But yeah, I got some new shit coming out, dude. That's just a fucking taste of it. Yeah, always writing new stuff, always changing up the jokes, never keeping it the same. Fucking come and check me out. Anyways, back to podcast. Enough commercials. We did a full 20-minute infomercial, and then I just went into a comedy. Well, you were gone, so I was like, I'm gonna plug some comedy and get that out of the way. Fucking let people know I'm still doing my shit. I'm gonna be there. I'm keeping it low key still now. I don't want to put anything out. And then fucking
when does the tour start?
The tour?
Yeah, the tour, dude.
The tour starts as soon as I get the tour, brother. Trust me. If somebody asked me right now, I'd do it today. For real, man. Fuck that. So anyways, what were we just talking about?
We were selling balls, dude.
We were selling balls. we didn't go to the topic. Oh, dude, remember we were bitching about Facebook? I don't know if it was last week or the week before that. But you see the new shit that just came out? When they're basically like it's like all these things. I didn't realize how crazy it was, or how just how profoundly open everybody was about the repositories that they have, like Twitter as well as fucking Facebook. Has all your information there, and then they created it to be a database for information that they could then sell that information out to other people and be like the root hub for data mining people. That's why it was created.
Well, no, that was a pivot they made because they dealt with do we want to do a subscription based or do we want to do an advertisement based platform? And they went with an advertisement based platform, which means no one pays, which means that because it's free, you're selling your data.
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, it's just like the average person doesn't know that at all. Like the average person has no idea that, like, literally. But it's like the thing that just came out was that they were saying that the shit that they had was so wide open that, like, not only were marketers, advertisers, people like that accessing it, but like straight up frauds, scammers, bad people also had just free access to this information, and they weren't policing it like whatsoever. And so they were basically saying, like, yeah, I think they've known about it since like 2012 or something like that, but now they're taking a stand against it now all of a sudden. And so it's just like fucking like, what the fuck? They're really trying to cover their tracks before all this shit comes out. But like, I mean, there's just no telling, like, dude, they have like personality quizzes on there that people take, dude. And like, you take personality quizzes, like, dude, they're literally, it's like you took a personality quiz for an advertiser or anything else, bro. Like, a personality quiz is a lot of information to give out about yourself. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, most of those things were like, find out which Disney princess you're most like. Find out which Disney princess you are. And I think that if you're dumb enough and bored enough to fill out one of those, then you deserve to have your data stolen.
Maybe so. Maybe so. But they disguise it as that. But what they're really...
Okay.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying they disguise it as that, but the questions that they're asking you are like personality quiz questions. You know what I mean? That are disguised in this form. And so it's like, yeah, you think you're just doing some Disney thing, but really they just took a personality test on you, and now you just gave them another bit of data that they never even had to pay for. Or they might have had to pay Facebook for. But it's like, dude, Facebook's like pimping out. It's like you're doing scientific studies all day for people. I should be getting paid for giving this shit out, I feel like, man, right? If I'm giving... What? Like, why don't I get a cut of all the information you just mined from my personality test? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if they just said, like, oh, you can get a cut...
Well, you have to find out that you're Snow White. And you
dude,
know that now.
What if in the future they gave you a cut? Would you be down? If it was like, here, take the personality test. We're going to sell your personality results to any place, but here's your cut every time we sell it.
Well, I never
check in the mail.
I never took those because I always knew I was none of the Disney princesses.
Hypothetically, if you were trying to think you were a Disney princess and you were like, which one might I be? Which one would you be, Sterling?
Well, I'd probably be Snow White. I've been through that, but...
Oh, yeah, why would you be Snow White?
She's the only one I can think of. I don't even know she's a princess.
I don't know if she's a princess either, but she hangs out with a bunch of dwarves all day. They look pretty annoying, so...
Yeah, that
is a nightmare, bro.
Shitty.
That could be a nightmare. Those guys look whack as fuck. Singing all the time and shit. One of them's dumb as fuck. You're like, hey, man, get this guy out of here. Dude's narcoleptic. Get this fucking dude out of here, too.
They got your back at the end of the day,
Yeah, I'm glad the narcoleptic and the fucking dunce and the dolt have my back. That's awesome. It's the two guys that went, and the guy with the severe infection. The guy with the bad sinus infection. That's the fucking guys that helping me out right now. How do you think she felt? She had a real ragtag group of fucking nerds helping her out, bro.
Those are my people.
Hey, here's Wheezy, Coffee, and fucking Lazy, dude. You're going to help you out on your quest. Should go great. Fucking sweet. Glad I got these guys here, dude. It'd be like if fucking like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, like fucking all these dudes come out and then like one super high fucking elf comes out. He's like, I'm ready to go. They're like, you can just chill here, bro. Don't come with us, man. We don't really want you to come along, dog.
Your biggest task is not following us. That's what we need.
You're the guy that sucks. I got a real big pet peeve with people that smoke weed and just suck. Like they can't do anything, and they're like, I can't do anything. You know what I mean? Or just like, I'll give you an example of this one guy that like, he was like an old hippie. He loved like fucking fish and stuff like that. Not an old hippie, young guy who thinks he's an old hippie kind of thing. And this dude was like, I worked with him. He was always talking about kratom and shit, and he'd just be getting high as fuck and coming into work, dude. But he would come in like super blitzed, right? Like obviously just rip the dabs before he came in, and then he would just be like, oh shit, and just like working like 1 mile an hour, dude. Just like barely doing anything, man. Like chopping super slow if he's chopping vegetables or something. You're just like, dude, what the fuck? I just remember watching him and being like, dude, you can't suck that bad if you smoke a lot. You can't suck that bad, dude. Like, all right, I'm just going to say this here as an announcement on the podcast live, just for the record here, for whenever anybody listens to this. If you smoke a lot of weed, dude, and you suck at your job because of it, especially, you are doing such a disservice. Like, You're doing such a disservice for pot smokers everywhere. For anybody who smokes weed, you're just making it look super fucking shitty. You're making it look like it sucks because you suck. And the first thing anybody thinks is, oh, he's high as fuck. And now look at him, he's going like 2 miles an hour. Weed must be bad. But really, he's just a fucking idiot. And he just fucking.
He sucked already.
Yeah, he already sucked, but he got super high all the time. And so it's like, yeah, you just can't do that, dude. Like you gotta represent it a little bit better. At least in these times, where we're at in South Carolina, it's like, bro, you're gonna make the manager think twice about whether or not it's cool for people to be baked working here because you like fucking suck dick. You know what I mean? But literally, like, you could jeopardize the whole thing for the whole crew here. Everybody here smokes weed, bro. If you ruin this for us, we're gonna club you in the back of the head. Like this is a fucking like this is some tribal shit right now,
I'm
bro.
about to get a new job.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new job, bro. Real nice. Literally, no restaurants would ever drug test you. They literally over half the staff would quit on every single restaurant. I'm pretty sure that exists.
Well, they just would fail. Like they'd be like, well, you either fire me or I can't work. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, yeah. Like if it was like you fail, you're fired. You'd be without a crew. There's just no way you could chance it. You'd be like, dude, I literally might have to fire. Like if I follow through with this, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure not everybody here smokes weed, but what if that person smokes weed too? And it's like, oh my god, dude, and you have to fire like over half your staff. You can't do that, dude. You can't just replace half of a kitchen staff in a day, dude. It's impossible. So it's a squeamish position. Yeah, that's one of the nice things, I guess, about working in the restaurant industry. It's also why there's fucking just pure animals that work there half the time, dude, that are just like fucking on all the other drugs, on all the real drugs, You can get away with it working in the kitchen.
How close would you say most people in like food and beverage, and let's talk specifically about back of the house, the kitchen, busboys sort of stuff. How close are most of these people to like drug addiction / like losing their job over it?
The last job I worked at, there was a couple people.
But I mean, out of like
And one
out
of
of
them
every
was
restaurant,
what?
what was his name? Oh yeah.
No,
Kinda
that bitch was hooked on that shit, man. They had to hide it from her at one point. We literally had to hide cornstarch in the restaurant.
Why'd you fire her? Sounds like it'd
That's
be
what I
way
was.
easier to fire her.
That's why I quit that job.
But like, how many people? Like, I go to eat at a restaurant. How many people are high? Just first up at work.
How many people are
right
high,
now?
dude? Like literally 80%, easy. In the back, maybe 90%. There might be one guy back there who's like straight or just drinks a lot at the house or something at night. But like, it's like the nature of the business is drugs are like fueling the back, dude. And it's usually it's usually harder shit than just weed, but almost there's like literally it's a thing. Like I remember when I first started working at the first store, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to find some weed around here in Greenville, whatever. And like, dude, you work in a restaurant. Here, just let me show you this guy. And it was like they just gave me like a dumbass. Of course we know where some weed is. Come over here. This guy has some. You know what I mean? Like they introduced me to Justin at that point. That was hilarious. That's how I met Justin. Just like, yeah, dude, there's weed here. Come on, don't be stupid. So if you ever need some weed, just go ask around some kitchens, and you'll find it.
So I forgot what I was gonna ask.
So they're all doped up, bro. They're all skeeter bugged out and high as shit. And
What about
out.
the big box stores? That's what I was gonna ask. Like Outback Steakhouse, those sort of stores, Chili's,
Oh, yeah,
compared to
especially.
like. So those are worse.
It's just that they're all the same. Like maybe if it's a family-owned restaurant and it's like young kids working there,
Yeah.
or like a family working there, then that might be different. But anything where it's like a fucking regular ass restaurant where people come and go all the time and shit like that, and it's not run by like a pure family, dude, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be, it's just gonna be those kind of people, dude, because that's the kind of people that go and work in those places. Like if you see a guy over 30 working in a restaurant, that's 100% chance that they're on drugs usually, or they're a recovering drug addict. Almost 100%.
What about most of the servers, like the girls? Are they usually? Is that like a little less?
Yeah, girls is usually chicks in college, younger chicks that are just making money off of that, or have like a kid or something like that, single moms. And then you'll see like older single moms too. That like just never fucking, I don't know, haven't been able to get their shit together yet, or whatever fucking happened with their husband. You know what I mean? Now they got to make it work, so they're working in a restaurant because it's just a job that's kind of easy to get, especially in the front, because people get flipped over so quick. It's like if you want the good job in a restaurant, dude, you have to have worked in it for as long as I have. Like I'm going to get this job Monday, literally right over next to my house. This place called Bacon Bros, and it's like a fucking private owned business, not a corporate shit, and real clean kitchen, cool people, fucking chill atmosphere. But I'll get the daytime prep cook job, which is like the greatest job in cooking, which is where you pop headphones in, chill. You go in early in the morning, chill, fucking just prep shit. You don't have to do any cooking on the line. You don't have to deal with any customers or anything like that. You're just in the back getting stuff ready for people to cook on the line, and then you just leave at like 3, 4 o'clock. And then all the night shift people come in and complain for the rest of the night because it's the worst shift ever. Like, you can get a night shift job as a cook in like 2 seconds, but if you want the day shift job, especially the day shift job in the back where you don't have to be in front of the grill like slaving over that shit, dude, better have been there for a couple of years, bro. You better have some experience under your belt. So it's interesting. It's a weird industry, bro. It's really fucking crazy. It's one of those things where it's like, I'll never not have a job, though, because there's always a restaurant that's hiring. And once you have a certain amount of experience, bro, and you are a half normal person at an interview, like if they could talk to you and be like, oh my God, this guy's normal. Oh, wow. They're like, dude, you're hired. You're hired, bro. I don't give a fuck what's going on in your life. You're fucking hired. You just had an articulate conversation with me. Jesus Christ. Can I pay you more? Please get in here. Like, I fucking love that shit, dude, because it's like the riffraff that comes through is off the chain.
So what is it like managing those people? Do you ever like think about what it's like and trying to like be more productive and like a, some,
Yeah, it's like unless you're a beast and you're a lead by example kind of person, it's always chaos and it sucks dick. If you got a shitty lazy manager, then it's just gonna be a bad fucking place and everybody's gonna suck dick that works there. It's just like a fucking like a platoon in an army, you know what I mean? You're only as good as your leader is. And so if the leader sucks dick and he's not putting it 110% in and doing all the jobs that you wouldn't do. Like when I worked at Ale House, I have respect for this one manager there who, like if the dishwasher called in, dude, he's like the GM and he'd be down there fucking throw the fucking apron on. He'd be down there washing dishes for the whole night, cutting up with everybody and shit. And he would just work the job. You know what I mean? He wouldn't call somebody else in to come do it. He would just be like, oh, well, tonight I got to do this. You know what I mean? And it was just like, he wouldn't like shy away from doing the dirty work. And that's why people respected him. You know what I mean? So it's like if he asked you to do something, you'd be like, all right, man, I'll do that for you, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Because you know that he would do anything. He wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't ask you to do anything that he wouldn't do, basically. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, it's one of those environments that, like, I'm sure that's like that in most, work circumstances. But in a kitchen, because it's like it's like waves that come in. It's almost like horde mode. Like on a lot of nights, like you're working, you're cooking, and then like a shitload of people come in at one time, and then it's like dead for a second, and then a shitload of people come in at one time, and it's like you're trying to fend off these tickets that are rolling in before they get too backed up, and then shit gets so crazy that you're like scrambled, and everybody's fucking shit up, and then shit goes out late, and like that's when you have chaos, and that's when your food takes a long time to come out. It's when the kitchen just got overloaded with tickets, and they can't handle the amount of shit going on, and yeah, so you're like comrades fucking taking on these waves together, man. And it's like when the team's working good, the job is easy. But when the team's working bad, everybody's miserable, dude. And you want to quit every second, like the whole time. It sucks, dude. Because you get spanked in that bitch. Because they're like, come on, hurry up. And there's fucking just shit rolling in. You're trying to work really fast and stuff, man. People don't get paid enough that cook, dude. It's a really underappreciated industry. Not underappreciated, but just underpaid industry, man. Those people, it's grueling, bro. And like they just destroy their bodies. They get no fucking benefits most of the time. You know what I mean? It's just it's a hard life for people that do that. Their whole life. It's a hard life. It's like working construction or something, but I guess you probably get better benefits doing that, and better pay.
Yeah.
And better pay. And
but you can't smoke.
It's hard to work, but you can't get high, dude. On the job.
I can't do that.
Hey, bro, it's a pretty big boon. Just saying, might be worth looking into, dude. Hey, you get health insurance. I know you get a 401k and all, but you get 401k, I get high all day. You feel me? It's kind of how it is. That's my thing. I think it's pretty dope. I'm into that. So yeah, all of our fucking information is getting sold, and kitchens suck. What made you? You made me go down the kitchen rabbit hole there, bro. I don't want to talk about it. I'm having flashbacks. I'm having flashbacks.
All that information.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's when you go out to eat, dude, just really look at the place and make sure you want to eat there.
How many places do you walk into?
How's that for an ominous thing from a guy?
No. How
really
many
look
places
around.
Do you walk into and then look around and do this? That's exactly.
I won't go to any place after 8 o'clock. If they close at 9, I don't go any place within an hour of them closing. Never. Because you're going to get old, shitty food that's been sitting around, and they're closing up the place, and they're not cooking any new food. So if they keep stuff in warmers for, an hour or so before they toss it out, like if they, like at my last job, we would bake a bunch of chicken and keep it like in these warmers where it like stayed juicy and warm, and then fucking you pop them out as the rush comes through and fucking serve them out. You know what I'm saying? So you had them like on deck, ready to go, and you would change them out, whenever. And so yeah, what the fuck is my point, dude? Sorry, I literally was like
After 8.
Oh
Never
yeah, so if
after
it's
8.
after 8, you're getting that old stank piece of chicken that's just been sitting there drying up all day or whatever. Or you're getting like if you go to like a burrito shop, you're getting that stank meat that's just been sitting in the bottom of that warmer, just drying out. It's not nasty, it's just dry, and fucking the people are miserable because they saw you walk in at 8 o'clock and then they were mopping up, finishing what they were doing, and now they gotta come fucking serve your ass, and they're never happy with it. There's never gonna be a time ever where a cook's happy to cook your meal after 8 o'clock and they close at 9. Just
What if they
remember
close
that.
at 11?
If they close at 11, that's different. If they close at 11, yeah, an hour before closing. If they close at 11, that's cool, man. They're not going to see it as any different. It's like part of the job. But it's like once you do the hour of closing thing, dude, it's like even when we know, like in your head, like, oh, I know we're open. This is how I make money. I get how this works. I understand this person should not have to feel bad about coming in here, but you will get mean mugged. If you walk in, you're gonna get mean mugged by the cooks. Like they're just not gonna be happy, dude. It's just impossible to like somebody that walks in. You could just like you'll find yourself being like, "Fuck this old man." Like literally, you'll think shit like that. Like a guy will just walk in, some poor guy just walks in the door looking to get a sandwich or something, and you're just like, "Man, fuck you, old man." That's what you think, dude. You're like, "Why the fuck would you come here and get a sandwich, dude?" I've literally heard people like, "Why the fuck would somebody come here and get a salmon sandwich?" And it's like the most, like, that's how frustrated you get. That you're, like, just trying to rationalize. Like, it's like, I don't know, man, because they're good. Like, what do you mean? What? What kind of question is that?
Because on the
But it's
menu,
like,
and
yeah,
you're
but it's like,
open.
that's a thing that you, like, you will, like, literally, you get mad that you even have to do anything, man. It's such a fucking shitty environment. But that mostly comes because you have a shit leader, and everybody's just trying to leave, and nobody's leading properly, so people are just fucking, like, yeah, man, they get crazy, dude.
I never had that experience, but my experience wasn't too real in at the Mellow Mushroom because I was just in high school. It wasn't a real job.
You actually have to do drugs to work there, right? That's actually, it's the anti-drug test. They actually drug test you, and they make sure that you're on drugs. They're like, okay, cool. If this was clean, we would have told you to get the fuck out of here.
You can't work here. Yeah, that was.
Oh, it's like that's your resume. Actually, when you go to work at Mellow Mushroom, you just piss in the peak out, and they look at all the drugs you've done. And they're like, "All right, I think he's qualified for the position. He's done maybe a little too much acid for grill, but he's done just enough acid to toss pizzas. That'll be perfect there."
A salad bar.
Oh, he does a lot of ecstasy, so he's gonna love tossing dough. Okay, wouldn't that be great on ecstasy? Tossing dough, tossing pizza dough.
I've never done it. I wouldn't know.
I'm saying that people like you touch a shag carpet, people like to feel stuff. So it's like, could you imagine like just tossing that soft dough and tossing it in the air like on ecstasy?
Okay.
You'd probably just be like, put some tunes on. I could just picture a guy like at Mellow, just like super fucking like rave, put some rave tunes on. He's just like tossing dough. It feels so good, bro. Sorry, continue.
So it's just all over his hands.
It's so bad. Yeah, it's like a hole in the middle. He's just got a ring going. He's fucking slapping him in the face. He's like, some other guy's getting hit with it. He's like, dude, chill that thing out. You better lasso a bull or are you making pizza, bro? What's happening? So continue with your experience.
Yeah, so it was just, I was saying it wasn't too real because I was in high school, so I met all these like 30-year-old people who were on drugs, and I experienced it, and I definitely know. I remember at the time, like all the rules, like big tips, and then never come in after 8, and then there's just like weird kitchen rules that you get used to. And I really lived that life, but now that I've been away from it so long, it seems so foreign, and I don't know how I would see it now because 17 and 18-year-old me was looking at the world way differently. I was like, all these people, they're all trying to do their thing and they're going about their lives and they're going to do great things one day. And now I'm like, oh no, this is actually their whole life. I'm looking at
this
it.
is hell.
Yeah,
this is like it's like the Ghost of Christmas Future is what that place is for me. It's like if I was Scrooge, that would be the Ghost of Christmas Future. Like, this is what is to come if you do not get your shit together and become a comic Christian. This is what will happen to you. This is the end game here if you don't make it. That's why I'm like I'm 1,000 in on the comedy thing, dude. When I talk to other people about it, they're like, "Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to be an actor." I'm like, dude, I just want to be a working comic, paying bills, doing comedy, no job. The goal is no job, right? And it's like I'm willing to do anything for that because I've seen the other road that I could go down. around, dude. And I know the talent that I have is like it's either this or it's nothing else. Like I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to do anything else. Like I tried a lot of different shit. I've been in bands, did all this different stuff, dude. Tried to do video game stuff for a while. Like I tried everything, man. Like this is the one thing where it's like, oh yeah, this is the thing for sure. So I'm going all chips in. And when you work in a place with people like that, it's like, dude, I was like, they'd be like, how was your comedy show, Christian? Like you're the guy that's like, it's like if you lived in the hood, dude, and it's like the one guy's doing well, and they're like, what's it like out there in the big city, man? What's it like out there in L.A.? And with all those rich people, and you're like, oh, it's crazy, man. And they're just like, wow, so amazing. Like they're living, like they're excited for me whenever I have a show. They're excited because they want to hear about it. You know what I mean? It's like they get into it, and it's like, oh, man, the only reason that I'm like different than people there. The reason I hated it so much is because everybody's so miserable and shitty, and they're just like, nobody's doing anything about it, right? That's the main problem is you have all these people complaining, they hate their lives, and nobody's willing to do anything about it. And so like when I quit that other job, I like made a point to let everybody know that that's why I was quitting. I'm quitting because everybody talks shit here and complains, and nobody does anything about it. And so instead of sitting here and waiting for these people to do something about it to make my life better, I'm just gonna fucking leave this shithole and go get a job at someplace else because I'm gonna make my own life better. That's the only way to do it, right? And so it's like these people are stuck in these shit dead end jobs, and they blame everything but themselves. It's like, dude, you can go get a job someplace else, man. Why are you complaining here? You know what I mean? It's like to stand there and spend a whole day bitching and whining about the job you have to do anyway, and then not go find another job in the next 2 weeks is baffling. But you would not believe that is like the culture. That's the norm in these shit dead end jobs, dude. That's the norm. It's people blaming the world for their problems.
I think it's more than just dead end jobs. I think that's the same all the way up.
I mean, it could be, but it's a particular sense of like of just like these people just like compartmentalize the fact that they're being farmed. It's like they all know that this is it, this sucks, this is the end, and they just don't think about it, and they just like pacify themselves with whatever it is, drugs or food or you name it, you know. It's just crazy, man. And like I said, it's like once you do that for almost 10 years and you work the construction jobs, you do all these fucking shitty blue collar gigs, and you're like, man, yeah, that's not an option. I'd rather die, dude. You know what I mean? Than live that life, like legitimately. Like fuck that. Fuck a life of labor, dude. I just cannot. I can't be digging ditches. I can't be working in a hot, sweaty kitchen for the rest of my life. Like, and then making fucking good music and doing all this shit on the side. It's like, man, fuck all that, dude. I can do something. It's like you gotta figure out how to make it happen. I'm sure a lot of people have talent. I'm sure a lot of people can make cool songs or go on stage and tell funny jokes. But it's like, are you gonna do what it takes to make it happen? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people with talent, but there's a lot of people with talent that aren't doing shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people with talent that just go play acoustic night with their guitar, and they never really try to pursue shit because they're not ready to take that let it all go. Fuck it. Let's just do this. Go all in, man. And if I fail, then it was better than even being a slave to that shit forever. Because it's like that is the other end. I don't have other skills. I'd have to go to school. I have to do all this shit. I have to do a bunch of shit I don't want to do already in my mind. So it's like, yeah, there's just people that half-ass it. Even with the comedy, like here, people have been doing comedy for a while. There's people that are half-assing it, kind of. You know what I mean? Like just 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They want to do acting. They want to do that, and it's like, yeah, man. I don't know, I'm 28. There's people that were 50 years old, and I'm 28. I feel like I have purpose. I feel like I know what I want to do. I feel like I have a destiny that I've created, and like you're literally working every day and trying to make people positive. Who that thing is like something that they've blotted out of their mind completely, whatever it was that they wanted to do. And it's like when you talk to people about it, like they don't even know like what they want to do anymore. They're just lost, dude. They're like in a fugue state. They're just like operating machinery, and they're just doing the job, and they look for hours. Like you hear this shit all the time. Like, oh, I just need more hours. I'm trying to get more hours. I can't find any hours around here. No, I'm looking for hours. And it's like people aren't looking for money, dog. They're looking for hours. That's the mentality that's been somehow bred into our population of the working population, is that hours are what's valuable, dude. Not like figuring out how to make money and not work hard, or figuring out how to do whatever. Even if you just want to work hard, figuring out how to make more money than just hours. Like, shouldn't the goal be money? Like, and they'll they'll use that against you. Be like, oh, well, you can get a lot more hours here. Oh, well, how about you pick up some more hours this week? It's like, oh, didn't you say you needed some money? Well, how about we got, why don't you pick up some more hours? And literally, they'll be like, oh, I want a raise. And they'll be like, well, why don't you pick up some more hours? Here, we can give you another day on here. It'll be 8 more hours. That'll get you up. And so like I'll see them manipulate these people like that. Because if that was me, I'd just be like, nah, I mean, I'll just leave. I want the raise or I'm out of here. Because I'm like looking down on the playing field right now at this point and seeing how this is all working out here. And I'm like, oh, these fucking people they all smile on your face and then they try to fucking balance their checkbook at the end of the night the best they can. And then really that's the bottom line. In any business, which you get, but it's like what they do to people, the manipulations that they pull, and the hours thing especially really irks me, dude. Because it's like the currency is time here, or is currency money? Like I don't, you know what I mean? It's like they're putting it in terms of their currency. Their currency is the time. They want your time. You want their money, right? So why are they offering you more time? That's what they want. That's what you're giving them. It's like, I'm trading you logs for coal, and you're like, how about more coal? I'm like, well, wait a minute. Like, you don't just add. It's like you want more from me, and I'm not getting anything. I'm getting extra money, but I'm like, you're getting more of what you want, and I'm not getting more of what I want, which is more money per hour. You're just getting more of the hour. So it's like, if you work more hours, you're technically giving them more money, and you didn't gain anything. You're just working more hours. Like you're still trading in the same amount of time. They're just getting more of that time. Like, which is, yeah, they're already getting at the deal that they want anyway. So, but that manipulation trick right there it's a spell being cast around the entire United States, man. It is the working class currency is hours. Like I heard a cook just last night behind this comedy show. I'll go back and cooks hang out behind this place that I do open mics out on Thursdays now. Like, and I go back and just chill with the cooks back there and talk to him because it's just fun when you're not at work and you go back there and talk to some other cooks and hear them fucking lamenting about their fucking experiences, man. But I just heard the one guy talking about it. He's like, yeah, man, I'm looking at hours at this one place right now, or I'm doing dishwasher at this one place because it's the only place I can find hours. And it's just like, dude, like, they're just looking for hours, like, to work? Like, just give me some place to work. I just looking for a place to work, man. You know what I mean? I'm just here to fill hours. I don't care what I do. I just want to fill some hours up. You know what I mean? I don't care how fucking horrible the job is. It's like there's no real room for, I don't know. There's no path forward. It's just like we're walking. We're just meandering through the woods here. And then it's like, oh, I can just easily guide this person. It's like if somebody's got a blindfold on and they're just walking around. It's like, oh, I can just guide them wherever I want them because they have no idea where they're going, right? So it's like if you got a blindfold on, I say, hey, go walk straight to the woods somewhere. You don't know where you're going. So it's like I'm guiding you. You're just trusting me to guide you. You just let go, and then I just kind of take you and let you do whatever I want to do. And so that's what these people are doing. They're just walking around with the blindfold on, just getting guided into the cattle fucking farm, dude, where people get farmed.
Do you actually talk to these cooks about the hours thing?
Dude, I literally, bro, I'm like I'm like a guy in the IRA, like causing unrest at the work site, dude. Okay, I'm fucking. People are like, it's like one of those things where it's like I did it a couple times, and then like managers will just notice. Like I'll have like 3 people around me, and I'll be bitching about something, and I'll be making a good point about it, and then like manager come around and like group breaks up. And like they just look at me, and it was just like, what was that? Oh, nothing, man. I was just talking to so and so about something. But really, I was like breaking down. I mean, I was that guy. I was like the dishwasher and fucking waiting. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, but it's like this super. He's like philosophical. Yeah. He's just like trying to tell you how shit is all the time. Listen here, boy. he had that weird accent where it's like, oi. He says that at the end of certain words. Like, I'm trying to think of a word that would apply to it. Anyways, I'm gonna have to think of it. But yeah, so I'll be spouting off some bullshit and like getting everybody riled up, and like manager walks around, and you're like, oh shit, let me stop that really fast, because yeah, I'm totally, man. You know, I'm trying to be a comic, so it's like I didn't even know that I had like oration skills at all, and it's like, yeah, man, if I get a group of people around me, and I'm passionate about something, bro, I could incite some people being like, man, fuck that. Yeah, fuck that. You know what I mean? I did that. I did a 3-man walkout. I did a 3-man walkout one time. And you know what? It broke down. The system communications broke. It was a communications breakdown, and it ended up being like we all fell out. Like it was at this place called Polka Dot Pig Gastro Pub. It was me.
I remember that place. That was in Augusta, right?
Yeah, it was me, my buddy Q, And this dude that we met there named it was Brad Pitt's ugly cousin is what we call him. We just call him Brad Pitt because he looked like Brad Pitt's ugly cousin. And we we were like we were just having a shit time there. This guy was a maniac. He would like fucking scream at you like he was Gordon Ramsay over the line in an open kitchen where the people were like right behind him eating food, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on with the meatloaf? Why is it taking so long?" And it's like brick oven shit. Like we're a bunch of fucking idiots trying to cook this stuff, dude. It was fucking chaos. And so we were all just like, pissed off and shit. And so we were like, yeah, all right, listen, if we quit, if one person quits, all three of us are quitting together. Okay, like we made a pact, and we're like, all right, we're doing this. And then literally, man, it was like one day shit was going fucking haywire, man. And I was like working on something. I looked down the line, dude, and Q was just gone. And I was like, what? And like waited 10 minutes, he never came back. And then I fucking go and I see him outside going, and he's leaving or whatever. Fucking, he dips out. I guess the guy tried to chase him back and was like, gave him some pep talk. He said that was like, this is just what you do here, okay? You come, you work hard, you get fucked up, you go home, and you do it all over again. Literally, dude, I've heard that from a manager. Literally, that's the words that like triggered a change in me for the rest of my life. When Q told me what this man said to him to keep him there, was like, this is just how the game goes, man. This is how we do. Like it was a life like he would want to live. Where it's like you just work real hard, man. You get fucked up, you go out, you party, you get fucked up, and then you just do it all over again the next day, man. It was like he was trying to sell that to him. Like, what? That sounds like shit, dude.
You did.
Yeah, but you didn't mention that the work. It's not like we're playing rock and roll and doing that, bro. I'm working in a shitty kitchen, and what am I gonna go do? Like fucking go to a shit bar and have a couple of beers every night? Like, it sounds like the worst existence ever. It sounds like suicide cocktail. And so, yeah, so he like left, and then the next day, fucking, it was just me and fucking Brad Pitt there, and then some shit went down that time, dude. I looked down the line, Brad Pitt gone, dude. I'm like, no fucking way. He broke the pack, too. He was like, fuck it, man. One guy's already out of the pack. I'm out. He quit. And then, like, dude, I was there for about 2 hours maybe. And then I got to a point where I was like, why am I still here? And I just went into the fucking walk-in cooler. I thought about it for a second. And I was like, all right, I'm leaving. Fuck this. And then I was like, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. And I went to the walk-in for 2 seconds. I said I had to get something out of the walk-in. I went to the walk-in, and I just came out of it. I just walked out the back door and just fucking jumped in I literally ran because I didn't want him. Because Q had told me what he had the conversation. I didn't want him to run after me. The guy chased Q outside out back and was like trying to get him to stay. And so I didn't want him to do that to me, dude. And so before he could see me, so I told him I was going in there, and I dipped. And I literally, dude, I ran to my car. And bro, this is after I had the tempo. Dude, I literally peeled out. Like I remember not like intent like but it was like you know what I mean? Like I fucking smacked that gas down, dude. My tires spun a little bit, and I was like whipping out of the turn of this parking lot of Surrey Center in Augusta, fucking whipping out on that fucking road, dude. I was out of there, bro. Never looked back, man. I had to go back and get my check, and he was just like when he gave me the check, was just like really. Like he didn't know what to say. I was like, I was so squished up when I went to get that check. I was like, I don't know how to act right now, bro. Like I just dipped in this guy. Like he must have looked out the window and seen me running to the car. It was just like, God damn, I must be a fucking asshole. I hope he at least knew that that's how much I didn't want to talk to him at that point in time. I was literally running to my car with an apron on and shit, dude. Like full kitchen suit, just like booking it to the car, bro. People probably thought I was fucking committed a crime or some shit. They're like, what did this guy do?
He was like a jail kitchen. You like escaped, like
escapee. Yeah. The halfway house, dude. There was at my job. I was getting picked up and fucking skedaddling out of town, dude. We had a lot of halfway house people for a while at that job. It worked. But yeah, that's funny, man. Kitchen jobs are fucking full of stories and antics, man. Never a shortage of that. What else you got going on here, brother? Yeah, you ready to rap?
Rap for me.
Let's rap.
I'm just gonna be working on the rest of all these orders this weekend, and we'll get all these.
All right, yeah. So truck nuts for Haskins. Show them one more time here. Show them one more time for the customers, for future customers.
Hey,
truck nuts for hats, guys. It's our prototype model. We got 25 in stock. You can order them now. Custom engraving. Don't tread on these nuts in the back. These are perfect for the back of your hat. You can put them on the front of your hat. Please don't wear them while driving, though. You should never have nuts in your face while you drive. And they also work for ladies if you want to clip them onto the back of the jeans, underneath your what's it called? The tattoo? The slut
now look
tattoo?
At those veins.
What's
now
it called?
mention the detail.
Yeah, I mean, the details are impeccable. It's like a painting. It's really like they're accentuated by the redness, and you can kind of see where it kind of comes up a little bit, just like the vein would pop out of the skin a little bit. It's got a real nice look to it, man.
It's got all of
I mean, it's spot on. It looks like I said, these are modeled after Sterling's nuts. So
yeah, let me pull them out real quick. Let's not do
that, though. Yeah, well, don't do that. But
On camera.
we'll
That's
just
what
take
we'll
your
do.
word for it. We're just gonna trust that these are Sterling's nuts. Yeah. So if you're a woman and you have a tramp stamp, which was the word I was trying to think of earlier, if you're a woman and you have a tramp stamp and you want to have butterfly nuts, they also clip onto the back of your pants. Perfect for ladies, and perfect for you as well. And if you have a really small truck, like say you got a little kid, right? You got a little boy, you buy him a Tonka truck, and you're like, hey man, I'm gonna get one of these. It's perfect size truck nuts for hats. Also perfect for Tonka trucks for tots. Okay, that's another thing we got going on here. He's also double as Tonka trucks for tots. So yeah, tell Erica get some of those going here. It's made out of they feel like baby nuts according to Sterling, which we're not going to go into how he understands or knows what those feel like. But yeah, it's a great product. So check it out. We'll be back next week. More Bass Grifters. More
next
fucking
week.
serious bullshit. This isn't Bass
Not
Grifters.
next
You
week.
didn't even correct me though. Not next week.
But not next week.
All right, that's all good. I got
Book
one in the
of Mormon.
can. I got one in the can next week. Oh, you going to see Book of Mormon?
Yep.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's the shit. It's hilarious. That's awesome.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I've been. I went in Durham. It's pretty good.
Durham. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's great shit, dude. It's fucking hilarious. I don't even like those kind of things, but I was highly entertained. I mean, it's so funny. You'll see old people laughing at shit that they were like, I did not think I was coming here to see this tonight. And they're like, what? But they're laughing, but they're like, holy shit. Yeah, they go all out, dude. They go all out. But yeah, all right. So next week I'll have I got a banked episode, so I'll be putting that out next week anyways. So check your feeds. And holler at us fucking 2 weeks for a live episode here. Fucking Bass Grifters on Sunday, guys. Y'all have a good one. Deuce-a-lees.
Mussolini.
Deuce-a-leany. Deuce-a-leanies. Peace, guys. Holla, holla. Serious bullshit.